All right, section 1.6, geometry. This section is on special quadrilaterals. I think the best way to present this information is just to create a flowchart. This may look familiar because I have a flowchart in my room. I think it's above my door. Might be on the ceiling. Now I can't remember. We'll have to look when we're in class. Okay, so these are all the different kinds of quadrilaterals, and I'm just going to point to them and talk about each one as we go. You're going to want to keep this in your notes because we're going to be adding to these figures when we talk about the diagonals. All right, so one type of quadrilateral is a trapezoid. A trapezoid has exactly one pair of parallel sides, only one. A kite is a special quadrilateral whose has two pairs of consecutive congruent sides. These are consecutive sides because they're one right after the other. These are also consecutive sides. These are congruent, and so are these. And then you have a group of quadrilaterals called parallelograms. And the thing about parallelograms is both opposite sides are parallel. Not necessarily the same length, but they're both parallel. Okay, if you have a parallelogram whose sides are all the same, it's a rhombus. If you have a parallelogram whose angles are all the same, then it's a rectangle. And if a rhombus and a rectangle have a baby together, they end up with a square. A square has all of the characteristics of a rhombus and all of the characteristics of a rectangle. Don't forget that a square is always a rectangle, but a rectangle is not always a square. A square is always a rhombus, but a rhombus is not always a square. Because remember, the flowchart only goes down like this. And this is the most specialized type of parallelogram. Remember, recreate this flowchart, make these figures big enough that we can add information as we go through the next couple chapters. And that is it for 1.6. We'll be doing a review next week, and then you're going to take a quiz over the first 6 sections. Thanks for joining me. Bye.